Welcome to Viking Radio Theatre. My name is Walter Lutsch. I'm the production director for our show, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to all of our past episodes, now airing on KMRE 102.3's Community Playhouse, as well as KUGS 89.3. Our mission is to bring back the unique thrill and imagination of radio theater, with new original scripts produced by the talented actors and writers we have right here in Bellingham. If you're interested in voice acting, script writing, or sound editing and effects, consider being a part of our show. You can get more details by sending us an email at vikingradiotheatre@gmail.com. And if you just want to listen to the show, keep tuning into KMRE and check out our YouTube channel, where you can listen to all of our previous episodes at youtube.com/vikingradiotheatre. Without further ado, we'll get into the show, starting with Occupations by Dwayne Yancey. British Airways Flight 157 for Salisbury, Rhodesia, and Johannesburg, South Africa, now boarding on Gate 23. British Airways Flight 178 for Dar es Salaam, with stops in Cairo and Nairobi, now boarding at Gate 24. Your attention, please. Will passenger J. Smith, flying on Royal Dutch Airlines, please report to the Heathrow Information Desk. Passenger J. Smith, please report to the Heathrow Information Desk immediately.
A younger man walks up to the desk in a new but ill-fitting jacket. When he reaches the desk, he drops down his suitcase.
What do you think of the jacket? I can't stand it. Takes some getting used to. I hate wearing any kind of suit. Probably been dressed up this nice since I graduated from high school. And that's been, 77, and I graduated in 66, so, 11 years. I wouldn't wear it now, except they'll expect me to wear a jacket when I get home, so I better have a jacket, you know? Gotta look the part. At least look the part well enough to fake it, huh? What did I tell him I was now? An agribusiness security consultant? Yeah, that's it. Agribusiness security. Right. That sounds so high and mighty, don't it? I'm a goddamn mercenary is what I am. Why don't I tell him the truth and be done with it? I'm a hired gun. I kill people for a living. That's what I do. I try to keep the white farmers in Rhodesia from getting their own heads blown off.
Meanwhile, in a Skid Row apartment in Nevada, Mary holds up a short black dress to her roommate.
What do you think? Does this make me look too loose? I mean, this is my nicest dress. I could tone it down some. No fishnets, no heels, go easy on the makeup. I don't mean to be, what's that word, macabre or anything, but I guess I really should pack something black in case, the worst comes to worst. I mean, Mama's really not well, and the doctor said this latest round doesn't look good, so I guess I ought to be prepared. Still, a closet full of clothes and nothing decent to wear to church? How does that happen? Oh, I know how it happens. Face it, No, I'm not going to say that word. I refuse to use that word. I'll tell them I'm what's someone who works to entertain people? Like at parties. Not a bartender. What's the word I'm looking for? The person who brings all the goodies. A caterer. Yes, that's it. A caterer. That sounds good, doesn't it? And it's not that far from the truth. Maybe not the whole truth, but at least it's not an outright lie. I don't like to lie, especially to my family. But I can't tell them the truth. It'd kill them. And it's not like what people think anyway. Well, some of it may be, but I don't mean that. I mean the people. This is all very high class. I like to think I provide a service. Heck, I do provide a service. Sometimes it's like being, like a shrink. Now, don't tell me that's not important. I mean, it's not like I'm killing people, or stealing from them or something bad like that.
Meanwhile, in a small jail just outside of Monroe, Billy changes out of a prison uniform into street clothes. A guard waits outside of his cell for the young man to change.
Hey, thanks, man. You're not half bad, you know that? Yeah, you're all right. Don't know if I'll be seeing you again or not. Hope not, anyway. But you never know how the dice rolls, huh? Nah, that's okay. I got my own clothes here. What kind of suit is that, anyway? Jeez, that thing must be 10 years old. You can keep it. Give it to the next guy. He might need it worse than me. All right, so you want me to just change here? Just give me a little privacy, okay? What do you think I'm going to do, steal your uniform? Jeez, what the world would I want with that? No market out on the street for jail uniforms, man. Well, I guess I got out just in time this time, huh? In time to go watch my mother die. That's a bummer. I guess they'd have to let me out for it anyway, even if I'd still been on the inside. I know they've done that for guys before. Let them out for funerals, if they got good time coming and all. But I hear they keep a deputy with you all the time. Sometimes even handcuffed together. So that must be real embarrassing, shuffling by the casket with everybody looking at you.
Billy imitates older women at the funeral, talking about him.
Oh, she looks so natural. But did you see that no good son of hers chained up like a common criminal?
Well, he is a common criminal.
Well, yes, I've heard that, but it's still a sorry sight to see. Yes, it was. It's just a shame. It must have broken Hazel's heart, especially since both her other kids turned out so well. I hear Jo's working overseas somewhere, something military-related. And what's Mary doing? I heard she had her own business up in the city. Yes, I heard she was a caterer. Quite an expensive one, too, from what Hazel told me. So it must have really broken her heart that Billy turned out so bad. Oh, no, she had no idea about Billy. No idea? Hazel must have had some idea. How could you hide that sort of thing? Oh, no, he lived out of town, and I'm told he always made up some story about why he was going out for a while. Is that a fact? Well, that's what I always heard, and she always told me some story about what he was doing, what it was she told me now about him. I can't remember now.
An antique dealer. That's what I am. An antique dealer. We just won't mention there's somebody else's antiques. Here, you can have these.
Billy tosses the uniform into the corner of the cell. Meanwhile, Jo continues to chat with the clerk behind the desk.
So it's not my fault, really. Not the way I see it. If I'm a killer, it's because my country wanted me to be one. Drafted right out of high school in '66. Heck, I wasn't smart enough for any student deferment. I wasn't really one for bookwork anyway. Pulled 2 tours of duty, in the Mekong and up in the highlands around Pleiku, into Da Nang a couple times, and you know what? I enjoyed it. Not the mud, and the regulations, and just the sheer stupidity of it all sometimes, but I got a real charge out of the danger of it all, you know? I'd done a little hunting at home. Deer, squirrel, that kind of thing. So I thought, I knew all about how to track something, how to shoot it. But I tell you, it's something else again to be hunting something that can shoot back at you. Now that's a challenge. Kind of a thrill, too, if you want to know the truth of it. I didn't realize how much I missed it till I got back. Heck, I couldn't find a job, for one thing. Then, the next thing you know, the Arabs shut down the oil, and you have gas lines stretching around the block. Unemployment and inflation were through the roof. There wasn't nothing to be had. Then one day, I saw this ad in Soldier of Fortune magazine. Said they were advertising for soldiers in this place called Rhodesia. Heck, I didn't even know what Rhodesia was, much less where it was or what was going on there. Like I said, I was never much for the books and schools. Sound like some kind of made-up name to me, which I guess it is in a way. I did some reading up on it and found out all I needed to know. One of them British colonies down in southern Africa, except the Brits had cut them loose to fend for themselves. Now the blacks were trying to take them over. So they were looking for soldiers. Mercenaries, if you want to be honest about it. May as well call a spade a spade. They said the white farmers out in the bush needed protection from the terrorists, or tears, as they call them, so I figured what the hell. It was pretty good money. You didn't have to mess with nearly as many rules and regulations as in Nam. Plus, it was a chance to show what I'd learned, what I could do. Besides, the people there at least spoke English, so that made the job easier, too. Been there ever since. What was that? 74, 75, 76, 77. 4 years now. Not bad. Not bad at all. Kind of like being a gunslinger in the Old West. That's how I think of it. Of course, I don't tell the folks back home about it. I don't think they'd think much of it. My sister Mary and my little brother Billy, they both got good jobs, running their own businesses, from what I understand. Me? I'm just some grunt out in the jungle. Bang. You're dead. Yeah, that's the way it is. Heck, I wouldn't be going home now if it weren't for Mama and all. So I figured I could put a good face on for what, a few weeks or so?
Boarding call for Pan Am Flight 456 for Washington Dulles at Gate 17.
Well, that's my flight. Gotta go.
Look, I told you, please don't call me here. This is my mother's. No, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. She's very sick, and my brothers are coming in, so you know what that means. I haven't seen my brother Joe in, 5 years. He works overseas, some kind of security consultant or something. It's all kind of hush-hush. I think it's military-related. Very important. And Billy, I haven't seen him in ages either. He's got his own business, too. Some kind of antique dealer or appraiser or buyer or broker or something. He goes all over the country. Sometimes he's away for 6 months at a time, he says. I don't know where he goes, but he's really turned himself around. He used to be, I don't know, kind of a troublemaker. Not bad trouble, just, stealing and stuff. We never were sure how Billy would turn out, but he's done well for himself. He really has. So please, don't call me here. I'll be back as soon as I can, okay? No, I don't know where Rosalie is these days. I've lost touch with her ever since, the incident in Howard Johnson's.
The doorbell rings.
Oh, wait, someone's at the door.
The door opens to allow Billy in.
Hi, Mary.
Billy, hold on just 1 second. Let me finish my call. Look, I've really got to go. Bye. Billy!
Mary!
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Meanwhile, Joe is on the plane, just changing seats.
Do you mind if I sit here? Thanks. So I'm on the plane out of Heathrow, right? I'm sitting next to this fellow, looks like a businessman of some sort. Clean cut, business magazines, briefcase, all that. I guess he's trying to be polite, so he asks me where I'm going, where I'm coming from, all the usual. So I tell him. Been in Rhodesia, fighting the tears. Seems straightforward enough to me. But this fellow just goes white as a sheet. Like I stuck out my hand and introduced myself as Charlie Manson, you know? So what's so wrong with standing up for the farmers in Rhodesia? I mean, it's some kind of racial thing? Heck, I'm no racist. I had some colored friends in Nam, ain't nothing wrong with them. They did their thing, I did mine, and we never got in each other's way. Same here. I mean, people hear Africa and they think black people in the jungle, but heck, did you know that some of the whites have been there in Rhodesia about as long as white people have been in Oklahoma? I'll admit, I didn't know that when I first went there, but it's true. It's dang true. So think about that. They went there, they settled the place, they made something out of nothing. There wasn't nothing there before. The blacks sure weren't doing anything with it. Sort of like the Indians in this country weren't doing anything with the land when the settlers got here. So now the blacks come along and say, you should give it back. Why should they give it back? I mean, heck, if the Mexicans came in and said the United States should give back Texas, would we do that? Not very likely. Or the Indians. That'd be more like it. Bunch of wild savages, if you ask me. So what the heck's wrong with standing up for the farmers in Rhodesia? That's what I'd like to know. Should have just told him I was an agribusiness security consultant, and been done with it. Bet then he might have given me one of his damn business magazines. So that's why I had to move seats.
Just look at you. My little baby brother is all grown up.
Oh, you are too.
It's been so long. Let me hug you again. Ow! What do you have in your pocket?
Yeah, which pocket?
Mary reaches into his jacket pocket and pulls out a screwdriver, a file, and a letter opener.
This pocket?
Yeah, just some tools.
What are you doing carrying tools around in your coat pocket?
You never know when you might need them.
A screwdriver, a file, and what's this thing?
Yeah, I'll take those. They'll just go right back into my pocket.
Don't you have a toolbox to put those in?
I use them, when I'm doing appraisals.
Oh.
Sometimes you need to unscrew something, look inside, see what condition it's in. Like an old clock or something like that.
Oh, I see. That makes sense, I guess. So you, make house calls? You actually go to people's houses?
Oh, yeah. I get called out at all hours sometimes. Gotta be prepared. You never know when an opportunity might strike, if you know what I mean.
I see. Wow.
You know what they say in the antiques business? Never pass up a bargain, because it may not be there the next time you come back.
Meanwhile, Joe fidgets while riding in a cab. He keeps glancing out the window before finally turning to the driver.
Say, cabby, you want to do me a favor? Can you turn up here on Williamson Road? There's something I want to see. Yeah, we're still going to Greenfield. I just want to see something on Williamson first. Yeah, left. No, nothing in particular. Just keep going for a while, okay? Hey, that's new. How long has that Burger King been there? Hey, what happened to the old Sears building? Isn't that where Sears used to be? What? What new mall? Really? The old Neff farm. Yeah, 5 years. 5 years, man. A lot of things can change in 5 years. Where have I been? Overseas, man, overseas. No. Just working. But I was in the Army before that. Yeah, I was in Nam. How about you? Whereabouts? Da Nang, Pleiku, Khe-Sanh. Damn, that was the real deal, wasn't it? I heard all about Khe-Sanh. Damn, I'm sorry, man. I always heard that was some kind of... Alright, right about here. Wait, there it is. Can you pull in there? Yeah, right there. Valley Sportsman Supply. What? Yeah, I'm a hunter. You might say that. Give me 10 minutes, okay? I just need to go in and check on something.
Meanwhile, Mary brings over a steaming pie to the table Billy sits at.
One of the neighbors brought over this pie if you want some. I know how much you used to like apple pie.
Oh, thanks. I haven't had pie in a long time.
I remember one time when Mama had fixed a pie, you started eating it for breakfast and she threw a fit. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I mean, hey, apple's a fruit, right? It ought to be good for you. What's wrong with apple pie for breakfast?
I think it might have been the ice cream you put on it that really got her upset.
Ice cream's nothing but milk, right? So fruit and milk. What's wrong with that?
You can buy them frozen now. Apple pies, that is. Just pop them in the oven and heat them right up.
I know. Just been tied up.
So, how is the antique business?
Good.
So, do you have a store or something now?
What? A store? No store.
If you had a store, I thought maybe sometime I'd come up to see it, you know? I'd love to see my baby brother's own store. Mama said you were doing well for yourself.
I don't have a store.
So how's that work, then, if you don't have a store?
I usually just work one-on-one, private transactions. Try to keep a low public profile. More security that way. Tax implications,
I can relate to that.
I wonder where Mama got this old vase.
What? I don't know. She's had that for years. So, do you have a business card?
What's with all the questions? Is there any more coffee here? I need some coffee.
I was just curious. You know, family pride and that kind of thing. I was just picturing what it might say. Billy Hawkins, antiques dealer.
There's no business card, okay?
Okay. No business card. So how do clients find you then?
What's with all the questions? Where does she keep the cups?
Sorry, I'm just curious. You know I haven't seen my little baby brother in years, and you've made such a name for yourself. I'm just so proud of you.
Yeah, name for myself. Right. Well, it's all word of mouth.
I see. That must be hard.
Yeah, not really. Sort of like finding a high-class call girl, you know? If somebody needs one, they probably know where to go look.
What's that supposed to mean?
What's supposed to mean?
The hooker thing.
Nothing. Just a joke.
I don't get it.
I was trying to say, you drive down the street and pass a dozen antique shops just like you could drive downtown and find a bunch of girls on the street outside some bar with their skirts hiked up to here.
I don't think that's a very nice thing to say.
The point is, a high-class antiques dealer like me doesn't have to advertise, just like a high-class call girl doesn't have to advertise her wares, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, forget it.
Billy pours some coffee.
Is this all that's left?
I can make some more, I suppose.
I hope you run your catering business better than this. I need a lot of coffee.
Here's some creamer. You want some creamer?
Nah, I like it black. Helps me keep awake at night.
Black coffee makes me too jittery. I don't like to be jittery. So do you do a lot of work at night?
Yeah. No. I don't know. Why does it matter?
Just curious.
Meanwhile, Joe slides back in the cab. He sets a bag that contains ammunition on the seat next to him as he pats a bulge in his jacket.
All right, man. Thanks for waiting. You can go on now. Yeah, still going to Greenfield Road. 4121 Greenfield Road. Can you believe what a brick of bullets cost nowadays? Even this small caliber crap, too. Whew, look at the time. You can step on him, man. What? Huh. Oh, that cop will turn off sometime, man. Just slow down and he'll pass you. What? Why is he following you? You didn't... Back there at Valley Sportsman's. You didn't think I was gonna... That's hilarious. Just hilarious. Lighten up, man. I'm in the security business. Just want to do a little target practice while I'm home, you know. I like to keep in practice. I always feel better when I got a piece, you know. Yeah, down there, on the right. You know, they told me back at Valley Sportsman they'd been selling a lot of these lately. Guess there's been a bunch of break-ins or something. You know, I hate a thief. Can't imagine anything much lower. I think stealing's just about the worst kind of crime there is. No matter what it is, keep your dirty little hands off my property. That's what they're trying to do over in southern Africa, you know? The terrorists want to come in and steal the farmers' land. That's basically what they want to do. I mean, those farmers bought and paid for that land. It's theirs, lock, stock, and barrel. That's my job. You know, one time when I was a kid, I had these little GI action figures. I'd come home from school and fight these long battles in my bedroom with them. Well, one time, one of them was missing, and I was sure my little brother had taken it. So I just went and beat the crap out of him. Never did get the thing back. Found out later he'd sold the dang thing to some kid for $5. $5. Can you believe that? So I went and beat the crap out of him again and made him buy me a new one. I hate a thief. All right, that one there. 4121. Thanks, man. How much? Here you go. Keep the change. Tell your shadow they can go on downtown now.
Joe looks up and waves to a nearby cop car that has been following them.
See ya, fellas.
Joe takes a deep breath and slowly walks down the path to the house.
All right, here goes. Steady now.
Joe rings the bell. Meanwhile, Mary and Billy sit chatting inside the house.
What time you got?
Let me check. A little after 6. Why?
Oh, nice watch.
Thanks. It's new.
Where'd you get it?
I just picked it up somewhere.
Looks expensive.
Why do you want to know what time it is?
I was just wondering how long we had before visiting hours at the hospital. You haven't been to the hospital yet, have you?
Nah.
I'll warn you, she won't recognize you.
Yeah, I figured.
I've tried to go every day, but sometimes I wonder what's the point, you know? But I figure when we're all here, we ought to go.
Yeah. So when's Joe getting here?
Dunno, sometime tomorrow, I think.
Have you talked to him?
Just a telegram.
I can't wait to see Joe.
Me too.
So he's doing some kind of business security thing.
Apparently.
Must be some good money in it.
There must be. He hasn't been home in years.
So, what happens to Mama's things after she's gone?
Billy, I can't believe you asked that.
Well, it's just a question.
That's awful.
Sorry, just wondering.
Just as Billy finishes speaking, the doorbell rings.
I'll get it. Joe!
Mary!
Hey, Joe!
Hey, man, how's my little brother?
Good. Damn good.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Before you take your coat off, maybe we all ought to go see Mama. You never know. I mean, she's in real bad shape.
Okay. How much time do we have?
Billy, what's that fancy watch of yours say?
Later that evening, Joe, Mary, and Billy return home from the hospital.
Man, that was a bummer.
I told you she wouldn't be able to recognize you.
How long has she been that way?
Ever since the last episode.
I didn't know.
I tried to reach you earlier. I sent a telegram to that address you left us. I didn't hear anything for a long time.
Yeah, I know, sorry. I was out of town.
Your office couldn't reach you?
No, not really.
So, just what kind of work do you do over there anyways?
Security.
Well, I know security, but what does that mean? The night watchman down at the bank is security.
There are all kinds of security.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wondered. What kind? What kind of security do farmers over there need?
All kinds, man, all kinds.
So you're, like, out there guarding the barn or something?
No, it's not like that.
Well, what's it like?
It's complicated, man. Some other time, okay?
Just asked.
You want some coffee?
No, thanks.
I think I'm gonna make some coffee anyway. Billy, you want any coffee?
Hey, I thought it kept you awake at night.
Black coffee does. It makes me jittery. That's why I put creamer in it.
Yeah, I'll take some, but I want mine black.
I can't do anything if I'm all jittery. I need to be relaxed. Joe, you sure?
I'm sure.
So, you pack heat?
Oh, of course.
You ever shoot anybody?
Let's not talk about killing people. I don't like to hear about killing people.
Just ask the question. Don't bite my head off. Jeez. Got any more of that pie?
In the fridge.
You always were one of those make love, not war types, weren't you, Mary?
I guess. What's that supposed to mean?
What's what supposed to mean?
The make love, not war thing.
You know, one of those peacenik types.
Oh, can I help it if I don't like the idea of people shooting at each other?
Jeez, why is everybody so touchy around here?
Who's touchy?
See what I mean?
You got anything to drink around here?
Coffee.
I meant stronger than coffee.
Nope.
So what's wrong with people shooting at each other? What do you have against self-defense?
I didn't say anything against self-defense.
You said you didn't like the idea of people shooting at each other.
I meant like war and stuff. You know what I meant.
War can be in self-defense.
Whatever.
People defending their property. That's self-defense.
That's just stupid.
Stupid? Did you hear what she called me, Billy? She called me stupid.
I didn't call you stupid. I just said war was stupid.
Billy, what do you think?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, what do I think about what?
Is it right to shoot at somebody who's trying to steal your property?
I sure hope not.
Listen to you two. Jesus.
Will you get off this, Joe? I don't like this.
Why? What's wrong?
Since when did we get all hot over stuff like this? I want some more of that pie.
Since 1776, buddy. That's what Thomas Jefferson and all those guys were talking about. Life, liberty, property. Did you know that's what the Declaration of Independence was originally supposed to say, but then they changed it to say pursuit of happiness instead?
Nah, I didn't know that.
Where were you in history class, man?
Mostly in detention.
Well, you want to know what that's all about? Come over to Rhodesia, man. You'll learn pretty quickly about these things.
About what things?
Life, liberty, property, self-defense. You'll see.
Nah, I don't need to see.
You might come to appreciate some things.
What kind of things?
Life, liberty, property.
Oh, I think I appreciate those things enough already. Thanks.
He's in the antique business, you know. Quite successful, too, from what I hear.
Antiques? That's pretty high class. How'd you get interested in antiques?
Just picked it up along the way.
All of a sudden, the telephone rings.
I'll get it. Hello, this is... I thought I told you not to call me. I'm at my mother's. She's very sick. They say she may go any day now. What, tonight? I can't. I told you, I'm here with family. I can't. Who? Oh. How much? What about Yvonne? Doesn't she usually do this sort of thing? Oh, I see. Oh my God, how much? And how much time are we talking about? Is that all? Are you sure? You promise? Okay, just this once, okay? As a favor, all right? Where? Yeah, I know the drill. Okay, I'll be there as soon as I can get there.
Mary hangs up the phone to see Joe and Billy are looking at her.
What?
I didn't say anything.
Look, I've got to step out for a bit. Important client. Needs, an estimate for a big party coming up. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Can I come along?
No.
Whose house you going to?
It's confidential, all right?
Why are you so hot to go, Billy?
Must be somebody rich, right? If they can afford a caterer. I wouldn't mind seeing inside their house. I might find some business there, too, you know? Maybe they've got some antiques.
No.
Maybe they don't even know what they're worth.
I said no.
All right. Don't get so touchy about it. Jeez.
I've got to go change my clothes.
What's wrong with what you've got on?
Just leave me alone, okay? I'm in a hurry. I'll get back as soon as I can.
This must be some important client if you have to dress up for him.
How about bringing us some beer on the way back, okay?
I don't think she heard you.
I don't think she did either.
Something's up with her, man. She's awfully touchy about something.
She's just worked up about Mama.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I figure nothing I can do about it. Can't worry about what I can't control, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Let's go get some beer. Who knows when she'll be back?
Okay.
Later that night, Joe and Billy are sitting at the table. They are laughing over old stories while having something to drink.
And remember that time? That time when you got caught stealing those Christmas decorations from old man Hensley's house?
Yeah, do I ever. Young man, where do you think you're going sneaking around in my backyard at 2 o'clock in the morning? Hello, Mr. Hensley. I was just looking for my dog. He ran off again. I know you're kind, young man. You're sneaking around here trying to steal my plastic reindeer, aren't you? Oh, no, Mr. Hensley. I wouldn't do anything like that. Don't lie to me, young man. I know your mama doesn't like to do lying any more than I do. Now, do I have to tell her you were sneaking around here? No, sir. Now, you just run along. Yes, sir. And don't forget to take your dog with you. Of course, the thing was, we hadn't had a dog in years at that point, and I'd already packed up half the reindeer anyway. So what was I supposed to do? Put him back?
What did you do?
Heck, I took the ones I had up to Troutville and sold them at the flea market.
You skunk. You little skunk. You and your 5-finger discounts. You were always working, weren't you? I remember when you were in kindergarten, Mama made me and Mary hold your hands in the checkout aisle at the grocery store because you were always sneaking stuff into your pockets.
Yeah, bubblegum, candy. It's a talent.
But you turned out all right, man. You turned out all right, didn't you?
Yeah, I reckon.
At least you figured something to do, man. You figured out some way to put that talent to work.
What are you talking about?
Your antiques business, man. You always did have a flair for turning a dollar. Now look at you.
Oh, yeah, that.
I could never be a businessman. Don't have the patience for it. Guess I was never much for negotiation.
I thought you were a businessman.
What are you talking about?
Your security gig.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Yeah, I guess that is a business. You could call it a business if you want.
You do run your own company, right? That's what Mary always told me.
Company? Sure. Company, platoon, squad. Heck, no difference sometimes. Just a bunch of guys out in the bush. You want to shoot at them before they shoot at you.
Joe draws out his gun.
Hey, what's that for?
I picked it up on the way here. Thought I might do a little target practice while I'm here. Here, want to see it?
Yeah, that's all right.
Come on, man, try it.
Just then Mary enters, disheveled. She is wearing a coat over her slinky black dress, along with some fishnets and heels.
Mary!
What are you two still doing up?
What do you mean still up? It's only, 1:30? I do some of my best work after midnight.
Billy hands the gun back to Joe.
What the heck's that?
It's Joe's. He's got it for target practice while he's here.
Need to stay in shape, you know.
Well, put it away, for God's sake. I don't want somebody waving a gun around.
Yeah, I wasn't waving around. I was just looking at it.
Where you been, sis? We thought you'd be back by now.
Joe tries to hug her, but Mary shies away.
What's wrong?
I didn't know you two were going to wait up for me.
We're just hanging out.
I'm not a kid anymore, you know. You don't have to worry about me. I can take care of myself.
Okay. Take it easy, sis.
So, did you get the job?
The what?
The catering job. I thought you went to talk to somebody about a catering job.
Oh, yeah, that. I don't know. I'll find out later, I guess.
So, what's the house like? Nice place?
I don't know. I didn't pay much attention to it.
You know, if you ever need any help setting up, I could probably help out sometime.
I'm fine.
Take your coat off. Sit down and have a drink with us. We went and got some beer.
Yeah, we got lots of beer.
No, thanks.
Come on, take your coat off. Have a beer.
Joe grabs at her coat and catches a glimpse of the dress underneath.
Whoa. So this is your caterer's uniform?
Leave me alone.
Whoa, look at you, sis. I'm sure you'll get a lot of jobs decked out like that.
I said leave me alone.
I haven't seen anybody dressed up like that since I was in the red light district.
Mary slaps him.
Whoa, what was that for?
I am not a slut.
I didn't say you were.
Yes, you did. I know what you're thinking. You don't know anything.
Mary slaps him again.
Whoa, Mary, take it easy on him now.
I'll teach you not to do that again.
Joe grabs her arm and clamps down on it.
You know what I'm thinking, do you? Well, you know what I'm thinking right now?
Hey, let me go! Ow!
Mary struggles to free herself.
I'm thinking if we were back in Rhodesia, no one would dare do that to me.
Let it go, Joe. You're not back in Rhodesia, man.
You know what we learned in the Army? There are 2 little pressure points right here, and if you press them just right...
Stop it!
Let it go.
You know how many people I've killed like that? It's very easy, you know.
Stop it.
You're out in the jungle, and you get one of the tears by the arm like this, you can save yourself the bullet.
I said stop it.
Billy picks up the gun and points it at Joe.
Put that down.
You idiot, it's not loaded.
I don't care if it's not loaded. I said stop it.
Billy puts the gun down. Suddenly he lunges at Joe and pulls Joe off.
Ow! That hurt.
Come on! You want to take me? Come on!
Just leave her alone, man.
You know what I am? I'm a trained killing machine. You don't want to mess with me or I'll pop your neck just like I was a chicken bone. I've done it before, I'll do it again. Don't mess with me, man.
Stop it, you two, stop it!
You're scaring her, man.
I can do more than scare people. You don't believe me?
Come on, calm down.
Jeez, Joe. Ease up, man. She's your sister.
The 3 of them stand there, each looking at the other.
Heck. Sit down and have a drink with us, sis.
I think you've had too much to drink already.
Sit down.
Mary sits.
I'm not staying long.
That's better. Now drink a beer and lighten up.
So, is that true what you were saying?
What?
The part about killing people.
What the heck do you think I was doing in Vietnam?
I don't mean in Nam.
You mean in the bush? You don't know what goes on in the bush.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This security company of yours. I thought you were like a consultant or something.
Consultant. Yeah, I consult all right. But sometimes you have to take matters into your own hands, if you know what I mean.
So are you like a sniper? What's the other word I'm looking for?
Mercenary.
Yeah, mercenary. So do you have like a license to kill or something?
License? There ain't no damn license. Like I said, you don't know what goes on in the bush.
I don't like all this talk about killing. It bothers me.
What's the matter? You wouldn't respect me in the morning if you thought I was just some kind of contract killer for some rich white Rhodesian farmer?
No, I wouldn't. Now quit talking about it. I don't like this.
Sitting out there in the bush, like sitting in a deer stand, just waiting for tears to come sneaking through. Then pop, pop, pop!
Stop it!
Only difference is there's no trophy to put up on the wall.
So is that what you do, man? You kill people for a living?
Hey, it's just a job.
You're disgusting. You haven't changed a bit. I never know when you're telling the truth.
Are you telling the truth? Or are you just drunk?
He's just drunk, trying to scare us half to death.
I'm not drunk. Look at my hands.
Yes, you are. You're drunk.
And take you off your dang coat, will ya?
It's cold in here.
It wouldn't be cold if you had more on.
I'm fine.
You're all dolled up like a French maid if you ask me. No wonder you're cold.
Well, nobody asked you. Just leave me alone, okay? Don't worry about what I'm wearing.
So, what's with the outfit? I thought caterers wore white, sort of like waitress uniforms.
Oh, I know what you've been up to.
Oh?
You snuck out on a date, didn't you?
What?
You've got a boyfriend, don't you?
Maybe.
Who is he?
I said leave me alone.
Mary readjusts her coat, and money falls out of her pocket.
Whoa, what's this?
Give me that.
Jeez, look at these bills.
That's mine.
Oh, got a real sugar daddy, don't you?
Whoa, where'd you get a stash like that?
None of your business.
No, but it's apparently Mary's business.
What's that supposed to mean?
I think you know exactly what it's supposed to mean.
Well, at least I'm not killing people for a living if that's what you really do over there.
So, what are you two talking about?
I'm proud of what I do. Are you proud of what you do?
Shut up.
Answer me!
I'll have you know I'm making a good living by my wits and what God gave me. And I make people happy. I don't hurt a soul. I'm not saying what I do deserves a Nobel Peace Prize or anything, but I make some people's lives a little better. I don't cheat, I don't steal, and I certainly don't kill people. Can you say the same thing? Huh? Can you?
Joe laughs.
Yeah, what's so funny?
Joe rubs Billy's head.
So little Billy's the only honest one in the family is what you're saying. Who'd have thought that? Little Billy with his 5-finger discounts.
Yeah, leave me alone, will you?
Suddenly, the telephone rings.
I'll get it. Hello?
Tell them they'll have to take a number and wait.
Hey,
Yes, this is she.
And tell them...
Shh!
Don't shh me!
can't you see she's on the phone?
Yes, I see. Uh-huh. No, that's all right. I understand. All right. No, not right now. I see. Uh-huh. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, what was that all about?
It's Mama. She's gone.
Joe, Billy, and Mary stare at the floor. One by one, they look at each other.
So, who gets this vase?
The end. That was Occupations by Dwayne Yancey. The part of the narrator was played by Emily Smith. The part of Joe was played by Tyler Detrick. The part of Mary was played by Liana Merrill. And the part of Billy was played by Walter Lutsch. And now we'll take a quick break and be back after this commercial.
Welcome to Arnie's Gallery of Weapons. We have any weapon you can imagine. Semi-automatic, fully automatic, rocket launchers and sniper rifles. We carry every type of ammo ever created. And we have whole rooms just full of it. We're running a special right now. Buy 2 miniguns and get a Creative C4 free. So grab a card and shop like Arnie. Armed with that selection, you'll have no problem getting to the chopper.
You're listening to Viking Radio Theatre on KMRE 102.3. And here comes our next script, The Group Project from Hell by Kallan Gustafson.
Sam is sitting at the kitchen table, clicking and typing angrily at her laptop. Her mom comes into the room, grabs her purse, and sits across from Sam.
What's up?
This is going to be terrible.
Why, honey? I thought you liked your history class.
I do, but Mr. Lewinsky made our group assignments random. And when that happens, I always get stuck with the worst people.
It can't be that bad. I once got paired up with a guy who couldn't stop staring at my...
Ew! Mom! I don't want to know that. But I just know this is going to be a disaster.
Well, why didn't you just finish the project in school?
We didn't have time because of the surprise pep rally. The football team had to choose this week to go to state, and apparently I'm the only one with the space at their house to have everyone show up.
So, what exactly makes this group so terrible?
Kyle Mulligan is an idiot, and I'm pretty sure that he's high 24/7.
Kyle Mulligan had become a school legend by ordering and eating an entire large meat lover's pizza in his algebra class. While he failed the class, his social standing was secured.
And Becky Tanner is such a teacher's pet. I don't think I've ever seen her get a B.
The last B Becky Tanner received was in 7th grade English. She used the perceived failure as motivation to pass the class with 103%, the highest in school history.
That still sounds manageable.
But it gets so much worse. Brittney Knutson and her dweeby sidekick Marissa Larimore are in it too.
Are those the cheerleaders?
Brittney Knutson was the queen bee and cheer captain at Jefferson High School. Marissa Larimore was more along the lines of the village idiot.
Yes, but the absolute kicker on this nightmare of a group project is that Mark Fitzgerald is a part of it.
I like Mark. He's a nice kid, and his mom makes the best lasagna.
The female student population of Jefferson High School also found Mark Fitzgerald to be very nice. The lasagna in question is also quite tasty.
Also, I think you might like him quite a bit more than I do.
Mom! Well, maybe, but anyway, Mark isn't the problem. See, last month, Eric Fitzgerald broke up with Brittney Knutson, and they are identical twins. Every time she sees Mark, she bursts into tears or tries to attack him.
The breakup in question occurred October 3rd at 10:04 p.m. via text message. It was generally agreed to be a quote-unquote bad breakup.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Well, maybe if Brittney wasn't such a...
Hey, none of that language in my house.
Whatever.
I'll excuse your attitude because of your situation, but this is a one-time exception, got it?
Yeah.
Good. Well, I need to go. Book club is calling. Try to keep a positive spin on this whole thing.
It's good practice at suppressing homicidal rage.
Not what I was going for. Just do your best.
Okay, Mom. Have fun at book club.
Oh, you know I will.
Sam continues to work furiously on her laptop until the doorbell rings. She glances at the clock in surprise and goes to answer the door.
Hi, Becky. You know we're not supposed to meet for another 10 minutes.
I always show up 10 minutes early to everything. To be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late, and to be late is unacceptable. Now, have you done your work?
Yeah?
Good. Show me the PowerPoint. It probably needs to be fixed.
Wow. Whatever. Just don't do anything too crazy.
Sam takes them to the kitchen table and Becky descends on the laptop like an angry vulture. She uses a jump drive to upload her own work and begins to put the two together.
Ugh, this theme definitely has to go. It's much too happy for a history project. Did you just pick the first thing with a bright color or something?
It's the theme I usually use.
It's a disaster. You're lucky I'm here to sort this all out. This is barely sea-level material right now. Don't worry, I'll make it better.
Becky pats Sam on the shoulder, who looks like she is seriously contemplating the consequences of punching Becky in the face. She instead watches her click furiously on the PowerPoint.
Hey, why are you deleting all of the pictures? It took me forever to get those right.
They're clip art. Honestly, are you 12? This presentation is going to be worth 3% of our grade, and you want to use clip art? The only pictures we'll be using are actual photographs or scans of historical documents.
Well, why can't we use... Wait, you calculated how much of our grade this project was worth?
Of course I did. How else will I know how it impacts my overall GPA?
Becky, your GPA has been a 4.0 since 8th grade. Getting more A's doesn't do anything to it. It just stays the same.
I wouldn't expect you to understand, Sam. This goes way above your intelligence level.
I swear, I am this close to...
Sam is interrupted by the doorbell. She manages to suppress her rage and goes to answer it.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Sam.
Mark peers nervously past Sam into the house.
Hey, is,
Brittney here? You're in luck. She hasn't shown up yet.
Oh, awesome. I just want this to be over with.
We're in the same boat. Come in. Becky is currently dismantling all the work I did on my PowerPoint.
Becky practically snatches the jump drive Mark offers her and keeps working feverishly. She ignores the other two and starts muttering to herself.
So, Brittney is still acting weird about the breakup?
Yeah, I think she's memorized my class schedule because I see her everywhere in the hallway.
That's a little more than a bit stalkerish.
I know, right? I keep telling Eric to talk to her, but he wants nothing to do with it. Honestly, I can't blame him. But do you want to know what the worst part is?
What?
I think Brittney is trying to seduce me or something. Now, instead of acting all crazy, she's trying to flirt with me.
Why would she do that?
As far as I can tell, she thinks that if she dates me, Eric will get jealous or something and want her back.
Oh, like Jake Rogers did.
With Allison Rodriguez and Tracy Michelson's sophomore year. Exactly!
The Rogers love triangle technique, as it came to be known, was a popular way to attempt to win back an ex at Jefferson High. To date, only Jake Rogers himself has successfully pulled it off.
That's crazy. She's crazy.
I know! I've been trying to ignore it and avoid her, but then Mr. Lewinsky put us together on this project, and it's been awful.
If it makes you feel any better, I really don't like Brittney either.
Why?
Sam is saved from having to answer by the doorbell ringing.
I gotta get this.
Sam opens the door and comes face to face with Brittney and Marissa. Brittney looks at Sam with disgust, and Marissa is busy texting on her phone.
Hello, Sam. I see your acne hasn't gotten any better.
Hey, Brittney. I see you're still stuffing your bra.
Adorable. Isn't she adorable, Marissa?
What? Huh? Yeah, she is. Adorable.
Marissa, are you texting Andrew Hoffman again? Because I told you not to text him. He's sleazy and he wears stupid shoes.
Right. You're right. His shoes are stupid.
Wow, Brittney, that's low even for you.
Someone has to keep order in this pit we call a high school. Now, is Marky Poo here?
Brittney sweeps past Sam into the house. Marissa follows, glancing furtively at her phone.
Marky Poo?
By the time Sam makes it to the kitchen, Marissa is once again absorbed in her phone, and Brittney has Mark pinned against the counter.
So, Mark, I was thinking we should totally go see a movie sometime. What about that new rom-com with Channing Tatum? He's so dreamy. Isn't he dreamy, Marissa?
Yeah, he totally is.
Right, so we should go see it. How about tonight? I'm free.
Brittney, I don't think that's a very good idea.
Why not? You're single. I'm single. What's the harm?
Oh my god, Brittney, he's not into you.
Excuse me, no one asked you.
Well, someone had to get the message across.
I'm sorry to interrupt your little teen angst love triangle, but I'm actually trying to get some work done here. Don't you guys care about your grade?
Yeah, we care about passing. Nobody cares like you do, 7B.
Don't call me that.
7B had been Becky's nickname since the English grade incident in middle school.
Whatever, nerd. Here's my work. Marissa's is on here too. I helped her with it.
This jump drive better have something salvageable on it, because this is all terrible stuff I'm trying to work with. Just by going off of what's on here, our presentation is not within an acceptable grade range.
Becky, we're graded on presentation individually. Whether or not we suck has nothing to do with what your grade ends up being.
I know that. I just don't want to look stupid and surrounded by you idiots.
Becky hunches over the laptop and goes back to work. Mark has taken the opportunity provided by the distraction to slip away from Brittney and stand by Marissa instead, who is still engrossed with her phone.
Marissa! I thought I told you to stop texting Andrew Hoffman. He's no good for you.
Hey, Andrew is my friend. He's a nice guy.
He's your friend? Did he say anything about me?
Marissa!
Cool it, Brittney. She can ask me whatever she wants. Andrew said he thinks you're cute, Marissa.
Oh my god.
Stay away from Andrew Hoffman.
Why? Because you dated him for 2 weeks in 8th grade?
Marissa, how on earth did you manage to spell American wrong?
The chaos is interrupted by the doorbell once again.
Everybody shut up! That's probably Kyle. As soon as we put his stuff in, we can all leave.
Sam opens the door to reveal Kyle, who is munching on a bag of Doritos.
Hey, Sam, what's up? I brought chips.
What do you think this is? A 3rd grade slumber party?
Whatever, dude. More for me.
Kyle slouches into the kitchen and tosses his jump drive at Becky. He drops into a chair and pops his feet up on the table. He holds up the half-empty bag of chips to the room.
Anybody want some?
There is absolute silence, broken only by the clicking from the laptop.
Chilly reception, dudes. Can I get a little love?
Shut up and eat your Doritos, loser.
Kyle simply shrugs and goes back to eating his chips.
What should I say to Andrew? Should I ask him out? Should I wait for him to ask me out? Should I tell him that I think he's cute?
That's totally up to you, Marissa.
No, it's not. Don't try to make me look like the bad guy here, Mark. I'm only doing this in Marissa's best interests.
Well, her best interest is you not sticking your nose into her business.
As Brittney and Mark continue to argue, Marissa turns to Sam for guidance.
Sam, what do you think I should do?
I don't know.
Do you think I should tell him he's cute?
Like I said, I don't know. Or care, for that matter.
Or maybe I should tell him that I think he's hot. Or even sexy. Yeah, I'll tell him that he's sexy.
Marissa begins to text furiously.
Is sexy spelled with an I-E or just an I?
I am actually amazed at your ineptitude.
Inepta what?
Hey, guys, stop arguing for a second.
Mark and Brittney stop their bickering and glare at each other.
You're probably not going to believe me, but Kyle has actually put together the best work on this project out of all of you.
Everyone looks at Kyle, who has finished his Doritos and put on his headphones. As they look at him in disbelief, he starts a wicked air guitar solo. When he sees the group staring at him, he takes his headphones off.
What's up, dudes? Something wrong with my work?
Actually, I was saying that your work is the best out of this group.
Awesome, man.
Kyle, how did you do so well on this?
Whoa, harsh vibes. Why are you so surprised?
You haven't passed a history class since middle school, Kyle.
Oh, yeah. But this assignment, it's like intense. I just feel like I connect to the material way more than usual.
World War I?
Totally.
With that, Kyle pops his headphones on again and takes another bag of Doritos out of his jacket pocket.
That guy did better than me on this stupid project?
I haven't had to change as much of his work. Granted, it's still far below where my contribution is.
Unbelievable.
Geez, cool your jets, Brittney. It's a group project, not the Olympics.
Shut up, Sam. I'm not the one who has the fashion sense of a colorblind nun.
Well, it's better than having your brother choose your outfits. That shirt with that skirt, really?
Well, they work for me. Miss hasn't had a boyfriend since middle school.
At least I'm not the one who's so desperate she's trying to get with her ex-boyfriend's brother.
I am not desperate. Besides, you're just jealous.
Oh, I'm jealous? You're still jealous of me because Andrew Hoffman left you for me in the 8th grade.
The entire room goes silent. Becky stops typing on the laptop. Marissa looks up from her phone. Mark stares, slack-jawed. Kyle yanks his headphones off.
Oh, snap! Catfight!
Oh, snap was about right. In middle school, Sam and Brittney were best friends forever. Andrew dated Brittney for 2 weeks before breaking up with her. He asked out Sam on the same day. It was later revealed that Andrew had only dated Brittney to get closer to Sam. The relationship with Sam lasted for 3 months, and the besties were no more.
You know what? I'm done with this stupid project. Come on, Marissa, we're leaving.
Huh?
Get off your stupid phone. We're leaving now.
Brittney grabs her jump drive from the table and pulls Marissa away. The group hears the front door slam.
I'm done with the PowerPoint. I've saved it onto my jump drive, so don't worry about bringing it on Monday. So, yeah. Bye.
Becky makes her escape.
Man, I haven't seen Brittney that mad since she got pied during homecoming week freshman year. Classic shutdown, dude.
Kyle gives Sam a fist bump before grabbing his jump drive and meandering to the door, leaving an empty bag of Doritos on the table.
Well, that was fantastic.
I'm just glad it's over with.
Yeah.
So, Sam, was Brittney maybe kind of right when she said that you were jealous that she was trying to get with me?
Well, she might have been sort of kind of right.
So, do you want to go see a movie next Friday?
Yes! I mean, yeah, that would be cool. Just not that new Channing Tatum rom-com, okay?
Deal.
Mark is soon out the door, leaving a dazed Sam in his wake. She sits down and goes over the changes Becky made to the PowerPoint. It is not long before her mom returns from her book club.
Hi, sweetie. How was your project? Was it as bad as you thought it was going to be?
You know what? It turned out to be pretty good after all.
The end. That was The Group Project from Hell by Kallan Gustafson. The narrator was played by Adam Kane. Sam was played by Lauren Brigolin. Brittney was played by Lilly Dodd. Marissa was played by Elspeth Jensen. Mark was played by Logan Evans. Kyle was played by Reed Strong. Becky was played by Megan Cook, and the part of Mom was played by Liana Merrill. With that, we've come to the end of another episode of Viking Radio Theatre. For more information on future airtimes here on KMRE and Western's KUGS, check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/vikingradiotheatre, or listen to all of our past episodes on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/vikingradiotheatre. The writers who contributed to this episode are Kallan Gustafson and Dwayne Yancey. Our chief sound engineer is Blair Lorenzo, and Viking Radio Theater's theme music was written and composed by Kat Miller. From the cast and crew of Viking Radio Theater, thanks for listening.